Rumor, a lot of news about the Mario 35th anniversary pack is coming soon. A lot of details. Let's dive into it.
Block content.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. And do I have something in store for you guys today? Because we're actually breaking down a lot of news that you guys have sent to me over the past couple of hours, and something that actually has an active ticking clock element to it. Yes, it seems like a specific leak that you guys have sent my way actually is going to be happening or not happening in just a few hours from now. So we can actually see if this thing is true, if this is dropping anytime soon. And of course, as you guys all know, it is not long before we should be getting a lot of Nintendo Direct information, or specifically just Nintendo game information, right? I mean, everything is kind of coming together around the June time. We're almost ending up here with May, and I feel like in my bones, I know something huge is about to happen. Them just dropping Paper Mario the Origami King out of nowhere basically feels like they need to get it out of the way as fast as possible before dropping a huge announcement. And I do absolutely feel like this, what we're about to discuss, hugely with a lot of information here about new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and about Mario 3D World Plus, about a new Kirby game, about Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remaster, a lot of stuff about everything Mario related coming soon. I mean, there's so much to discuss here. I just want to dive right into it. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure again. And of course, I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate, new fighters, in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here is a brand new giveaway. You can win one of these 4 Mario surprise capsules, little plastic balls with Mario characters inside there. The figures look great. We already opened up one of them. If you want to know what's inside and win them, well, like this video, subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below. Alright guys, let's head into the main topic of today, and I'll just read it for you first. Here we go. Today's Nintendo announcements. Today, at around 6 Pacific, we get announced the following. Super Mario the Heirloom Collection, the 3D Collection. Super Mario 64 will offer a classic and an enhanced mode. Enhanced mode uses new graphics. Classic uses the Nintendo 64 graphics in a 4:3 aspect ratio. And Super Mario Sunshine will be playable optionally with the GameCube controller, with classic controls that make use of those analog triggers. Requires the adapter sold as part of Smash Bros. And will also be sold separately, so possibly like branded for Switch. Alternatively, and by default, it will use tweaked controls for FLUDD to accommodate the lack of analog triggers on the Joy-Cons and Pro Controller. Of course, they also sold that adapter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is really cool. Galaxy 1 and 2 looks mostly the same, but with improved textures, which we all kind of thought about, right? The physical game card version will require you to download Galaxy 2 separately as a free DLC due to size limitations of the game card. The eShop version, it will be bundled in due to no such restriction. A new trailer for The Legend of Zelda Caverns of Resolve, what has been referred to as the sequel to Breath of the Wild or Breath of the Wild 2. Super Mario 3D World Plus 3D Land will be included and will be selectable from the title screen, similar to how new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe has new Super Luigi U selectable. And Kirby the Hyper Phantoms announcement for a December release, so potentially a Switch game, and a trailer for new Super Mario Bros. World. Brothers World? Not new Super Mario World? Q4 release. Then a trailer for Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remastered Edition. No official title yet for the first quarter of next year, 2021. And then he says no Mario Kart 9, Metroid related, or Donkey Kong related announcements for the foreseeable future, so not even in this announcement, just for a long time. Pikmin, sorry, if they are planning to announce anything related to that soon, I am not privy to it. Take this information for what you will. I'm certainly not going to attribute my sources. So I want to break everything down in this thing, and most importantly of all, I feel like we have to talk about Super Mario the Heirloom Collection, which is the 3D collection, including all those big Super Mario 3D platformers bundled together. And of course, a lot of leaks, a lot of people have been talking about, yeah, if this is, you know, a certain price point attached to specific games, you know, putting them all together in a package that you want, like, yeah, $20 for Galaxy 1 and 2, or $10 for Mario 64, $10 for Super Mario Sunshine, and basically make your own package. I don't think that that is a great idea. That's not something that I think would be a good marketing strategy. I think you just have to put everything out there, because I think that if it includes a game that people want, they'll buy the whole collection and be like, well, I'll have all the games now, and they won't lose any money off it. I think they can easily sell that for $60, the normal like price tag, the full price, if you really enhance the games well, and if you do a total remake of the 64 Super Mario. I feel like that is what is needed, right? So potentially the Halo treatment over here. With Halo, they always do these crazy cool things where you can switch between a classic and a new version of the game, right? Immediately switch between, oh yeah, this is how the game looked when I first played it on Xbox, and now this is, you know, improved graphics, everything, you know, new sound, everything, which is totally amazing. If they do that successfully here, I think that we'll be in for a grand surprise, right? Having a brand new Super Mario 64 mode, you know, a brand new enhanced mode that is HD and isn't 4:3, and it's just beautiful 60 frames per second and feels like Super Mario Odyssey, but it still works the same way as 64, but just looks a lot better. A lot of character models now look like the characters look right now in the Mario canon, and of course then classic switches over to Nintendo 64 graphics for all the speedrunners out there that really want things to stay the same. I think that that is a great idea. Like, my heart of hearts wants that. And of course, Sunshine being playable with the analog triggers totally makes sense. However, how are you going to do the analog trigger thing with just a normal controller, like a Joy-Con controller or the classic controller? They don't have the same haptic feedback that the GameCube controllers had on the triggers. Of course, that is what sprayed floods water, and you can actually, you know, press it softly for a little bit of a spray and press it really hard to actually have the full-on flood motion there. So Galaxy 1 and 2 looking the same. We already called that from a mile away because those games kind of hold up, right? I mean, if you up-res them a little bit, if you work a little bit with the textures over there, I think that that is an incredible sell. I think that you can really package those games well in that collection, and they still make sense. You don't even have to remake a lot of it. I actually feel sort of the same way about Super Mario Sunshine. Give it the Wind Waker HD treatment, right? Make a lot of things look a little bit more pretty and beautiful, improve the textures, but the base game can be the same. For Mario 64, it needs, you know, most of a big overhaul, right? Now, of course, the idea of Legend of Zelda Caverns of Resolve, I think is very interesting. A lot of the leaks talk about this game being called Caverns or Dungeons of something, just because that is all that we've seen in the trailer now. I think that we have not seen anything of that game yet. It will be huge, it will be more open than the previous one, so I don't think that the selling point of that will be, you know, the underground or caves. That is, you know, my thinking right now. That could totally be wrong, but yeah, to me, it's a little bit iffy. Super Mario 3D World Plus actually including 3D Land, I think is an insanely great idea. I haven't played that game for a very long time, but I remember playing Super Mario 3D Land very fondly. It was an incredible, like, achievement to have a 3D Mario game on a handheld like that, and the 3D slider worked so well with that game, but I just loved the way that it combined 3D Mario platforming with a little bit of a course completion element to it, which I totally loved. I think that it's a great idea to bundle those together. Maybe we can even play those levels with 4 players now. So yeah, I'm totally for it. A new Kirby game. Hopefully this will be a little bit more 3D than the big, you know, we've had so many like 2D Kirby games in the past couple of years. They churn them out almost every year. I really want something new to shake up the franchise. And yeah, the creators of Kirby, the team behind it, HAL right now, they are really up in arms about changing the Kirby franchise up and, you know, making the ultimate game kind of like what they did with Super Mario Odyssey and with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know, really changing the conventions of stuff like this, which I think is a great idea. Trailer for new Super Mario Brothers World. Again, Brothers World doesn't really make sense to me. Just call it New Super Mario World and make it in the same vein as Super Mario World, but then do the same thing with that as you did to Super Mario Brothers 1 with New Super Mario Brothers. That to me makes total sense. But yeah, I actually am for it. I know that we have Super Mario Maker 2 and we can pretty much make all our own Mario levels, but if they make a brand new game with a lot of cool new features to it that are not in Mario Maker and a great, story as far as that they can do it, maybe new enemies, a whole new world, not Bowser and Bowser's minions, maybe something totally new, that would warrant a brand new Super Mario Brothers style game. That is what I would want to play. If we do the same grassland and desert and ice worlds and Bowser Jr. and Bowser becomes huge in the final battle, I do not want to play that again. That's just, I'm putting my foot down. I just want Wart or a new enemy or something cool like that, maybe a crossover with another franchise, so we can maybe get some cool Mario in space stuff with Samus, or maybe some cool, Mario and Donkey Kong together versus K. Rool. I think there's a lot of possibilities to take from older Mario games like Mario World or something, or take from other franchises. Mario just needs to, in the new Super Mario Brothers world, renew itself. This is weird to say, new Super Mario Brothers more like, right? A trailer for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remastered, I don't think that this is coming. It's very clear that the Paper Mario franchise, Nintendo is really trying to sell us on, no, this is where we want to go. Everything's made of paper. We're making paper puns all the time, and yet we kind of still want to go with the same aesthetic as Color Splash is doing with Origami King and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll shake up some stuff to make you guys happy. We'll do some light partner stuff, and we'll do some light change to the battle mechanics. Don't do the cards, but essentially it will stay in that realm. I don't think that they'll go back to what the fans kind of want. I think Paper Mario for the foreseeable future will have that white outline for a very long time, which I totally hate. I think that that was a very, very big mistake. So no Mario Kart 9, no Metroid news, so nothing on Metroid Prime 4, nothing on Metroid, anything other than that. We've talked about the 2D game, and of course no Donkey Kong, no sequel to Tropical Freeze or something like that. That makes sense, right? They rebooted Metroid, so yeah, they have to start from scratch totally at Retro Studios, and even though they've been at it for a very long time, with everything going on in the world right now, and the fact that they had to restart, it will be a while until we see something. And of course no Pikmin news, that also makes sense. It'll take a while. I think Pikmin 4 is a lot more likely than a remaster of Pikmin 3, unless they get into a lot of trouble, which due to everything going on in the world could be the case. So if that is the case, I think they might churn out Pikmin 3 remastered quickly to be like, well, we have no games, but we made this, here we go. But other than that, no, just give me Pikmin 4, work on it very hard, Miyamoto, and just give us something really cool and brand new. So that's basically my thoughts on everything going on here, and I'm super curious if this strikes any chord inside you. Is there anything from this that you really like? To me, I think Super Mario 3D World Plus, with actually 3D land included, that is incredible, and I would totally be all for that. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of all this. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, do you believe the Heirloom leak? And as for previous comment question winner, our answer comes to our faithful user, Let's Kick About, and that. Here we go. During the past 2 days, Nintendo has been posting videos on their Twitter at exactly the same time, 2 p.m. BST, both being trailers for Clubhouse games. This has me wondering if we could see a 3D World trailer sometime soon, maybe even tomorrow, since that would be a week since the Paper Mario trailer. Plus, if 3D World is indeed coming in July 2, this may make sense. Maybe not though. It could be just wishful thinking. Well, thank you so much, lads. I think that it makes sense for Nintendo to have a new format right now with everything going on in the world. Of course, Nintendo Directs are going to take a little while to make now, and maybe we're not getting them for a very long time, as a lot of outlets kind of have rumored right now. So to me, it feels like, yes, they might have one moment in a week where they post something, a trailer, something, gameplay or information, and maybe we will get a drop of the 3D World trailer. I'm for it. I mean, if we look at this trailer, and of course the time limit that was attached to the previous leak that we discussed in this video, maybe everything lines up here, so you could actually be completely right about this. So thank you guys so much for sending in your comments. These are always so much fun to read through, and of course a huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You guys make blocked content possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a blocked content character, join me for a Zoom chat, or even have your own ideas become videos on this channel, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of awesome rewards there waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the blocked content family yet, join now, subscribe, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya!